Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Hammel Outdoors. As you can see, the old Skeeter got a makeover over the winter. We got some new toys on here, but most importantly, as you can see, is she had got a vinyl graphics wrap. I worked with a bunch of different companies that I'm going to explain to you in this video that supported me and the channel, as well as me and my tournament fishing activities. So we're going to basically go in this video and go over, like I said, all over the companies, the logos, etc., and mixed in with a little bit of fishing. As you can see, we are at a boat access, and we are going to do a little bit of smallmouth fishing on the flooded St. Croix River. The access is a little bit deeper than I had thought it was going to be with the levels coming up right now, but we should be all right. The entire river is no wake, but that's besides the point. So let's get into this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. The biggest supporter of the entire wrap is Mr. Clinton Shulquist over at Shulquist Trucking. They basically special in, they do a whole bunch of hay and straw, they do some machinery here and there. I might be forgetting a few, so excuse me if I'm wrong, Clinton, but they are a big supporter of mine. I will link all these companies down below, whether if it's their Facebook, some guys have websites, social medias, etc. So look for all these companies down below, but number one is Shulquist Trucking. Me and Clinton have, I've known him here for a couple years. He does a lot of community events along with the school around my hometown. So he is a great supporter of me and the channel, and thank you, Clinton, if you're watching this, for supporting me and the boat wrap and my tournament series and all that jazz. So Shulquist Trucking, thank you very, very much. All right, going on to the next one. This is obviously the Delabay logo. Sam and Nate, you guys are absolutely freaking awesome, and I thought, what a better place to put you guys than right up front here. Well, not the whole, not quite up on the front, but pretty close. The Delabay logo looks absolutely sweet, and as well as the Shulquist logo. I forgot to mention something about the Shulquist logo. Their main colors are red and blue, and I talked to Clinton. I was like, hey, with the wrap being blue and white and black, I thought the logo would look a lot more cool with, well, I shouldn't say cool. It goes together a lot because the Shulquist logo is already pretty freaking sweet. They got the nice Kenworth up there, but it goes well with the wrap a whole lot better with it being blue and white and such like that. So if you guys see the Shulquist Kenworths out on the road, they will be red and chrome, and they look pretty freaking sweet. But yeah, with Delabay and Shulquist, or Shulquist is for sure the biggest sponsor. That's why they got the middle of the wrap, and then Delabay the second. Going on to number 3 is Whiskey Creek Barbecue. Now, their company right now is, what the heck, Northwoods Barbecue is what they are called currently, but Matt Miller, he is moving down to Tennessee here. I'm not exactly sure, in the next year or so, 8 months, whatever, and he runs a barbecue company. He has a food trailer that he does brisket, chicken, mac and cheese, basically ribs, you name it, he frickin' grills it, smokes it, what have you, and he is an absolute wizard when it comes to smoking. I've had a lot of his smoked meat products, and they are absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. So I will link him down below for sure, so go check him out. He does parties, big events. He is always selling at Fleet Farms, some outdoor stores like that. He's all around the Southeast Metro here, and he is an absolute freaking boss when it comes to cooking and grilling and smoking meats. He is a freaking killer when it comes to that. So moving on to, what is this now, number 4. So the big wraps here of the whole boat, this is the big companies that I want to display because they supported me the most, the best, whatever, the grande, whatever you guys want to call it. And number 4 up here is Amped Outdoors. They specialize in lithium batteries. They're based out of Hudson, Wisconsin, and they are absolutely killer. I have a 24-volt lithium in the back of the boat that runs the new Ultrex, and those are absolutely killer. I will show you guys a couple more pictures about them and such, but like I said, I will drop them down below for the lithium batteries, and they are, like I said, they're absolute powerhouse. The really cool thing about Amped Outdoors is they have a wireless monitoring system, which basically what that does, it offers a Bluetooth connection to your phone, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but as you can see, my battery is at 100% fully charged. It is at 28 volts. I went fishing all day yesterday, and it is still at 26.77 volts, which is a whole heck of a lot of power. for that, all Trek's up there, and I am absolutely stoked, because if I ever wonder, hey, I haven't plugged in the boat for a day or a week, whatever, and I'm wondering how much juice I have, if I need to plug in the boat and charge the batteries with my onboard charger, I can look right here and check and see how much juice is in my battery that is left. So that is a huge plus for me. I know there's other lithium battery brands that offer the same thing, but I really think Amp knocked it out of the park with doing this. So I've ran their 30 amp hour on my live scope shuttle here for 2 years. That's before I was on board with them, working with them, etc. And they have been an absolute powerhouse. And like I said, I will link them down below again with everybody else, because I just want you guys to support the companies that support me and the wrap and all that other stuff. So they're, once again, Amped Outdoors out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Thank you guys so much for working with me on this wrap, and I'm stoked to have you guys a part of it for the next 3 years. Let's get into the gunnels here. First and foremost is SES, Small Gas Engine Service. This is Mr. Chris Sampson out of New Trier, Minnesota. He specializes in, well, running a small gas engines repair shop. He does snowmobiles, four-wheelers, generators, pressure washers, side-by-sides, just about anything under the sun that revolves around a small gas engine. He has been a great supporter of mine. He was actually one of my one of my woods teachers and small gas engine teachers in high school, and he is an absolute great dude. So check him out if you guys have any problems with any of your small gas engines. Go check him out, because he is a freaking sweet dude. Next is Nick's Downtown Diner. This one is in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. This is Chris and Barb Wigman. They run a heck of a diner down there. My mom actually is a weekend waitress for them, and they are great people, and I figured, what the heck, might as well have them on the boat, because they're great people, and I love supporting small town stuff. So then the next one here is Mike's Auto Parts in Cannon Falls. He is a Napa dealer, basically, you know, auto parts, anything you need from Napa, ranging from, I don't know, batteries to anything you need Napa for auto parts, they will get you hooked up in. So go check them guys out. And then the last one, I've been wearing Blackfish for a while. They were the last company that I had got on board with the whole wrap ordeal, and you guys have seen me wear their outer gear, their bibs, and their Gale Skin jacket. I'm not, something like that. Their storm skin, that's what it is. And then they have the Gale Storm for their lower. I'm wearing their hoodie. I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is their Storm Skin hoodie. It is a pretty sweet hoodie, and their whole thing is they're based out of Minnesota. They make everything from rain gear to outerwear. They are made by the same manufacturer, I'm not exactly sure, as Clam, but they're all made around the same area. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same company, separate company, same owner, etc., but they are really freaking sweet. Their rain gear is top notch. Their cold weather gear is absolutely top notch. I wear that all the time in the fall when it comes to chasing around those browns and rainy days. You know, their rain gear is top notch. And lastly, this is something that I personally wanted to add right here, is the first responders flag. I wanted to honor everybody that is involved with first responders. Excuse me if I missed some, but there is corrections, there is EMS, paramedics, there is the fire department, the police department, and of course the military. And I just want to honor everybody, so when they know this, that they know that they are appreciated, especially with me and everybody else in the fishing community. So if you're watching this, thank you guys very much. I have a stepdad who is in the firefighter field, volunteer, and then I have a brother-in-law who is in the U.S. military, so thank you guys very much. All right, let's get into the goodies that I have added so far this season, and I got a whole bunch of, I got 2 brand new toys I get to play with, which is absolutely awesome. I got a whole lot more boat controls, so let's get into that. First is the most obvious. Right here, I have 2 Minn Kota Raptors. This has been a big goal of mine to try to get these on my boat, and I finally did it. I decided to go with, obviously, the white. They are the 8-foot versions, active anchoring, and basically what that means is if you have them down and the wind starts to push you or move you off the spot, they'll keep putting down more down pressure as the waves come in, or if the wind moves you. It's to keep your boat held where it currently is. And I'll show you guys. Just hit the little Raptor remote here down twice, and down they go. As you can see, they put a whole lot of down pressure. They'll lift up the trailer a little bit here, and I will show you guys some more on water footage here when we put the boat in here in a little bit. And then just hit it once up and up they go. As I was saying, I can go right here on my phone, hit this down arrow twice, and down they go. It is a pretty freaking sweet function. I absolutely love it. And then if I want to go back up with them, just hit the arrow once, and up they go. This is gonna make boat control absolutely awesome. One for docking, because I solo fish a whole lot, and then another for when I'm fishing up shallow, whether if it's docks, pads, flipping mats, whatever it has to be. If I'm up shallow, I can count on my Raptors holding my boat where it is. I'm not endorsed by Minn Kota. I paid full price for all these products I'm about to show you, but they are just an absolute pretty freaking sweet product, and I just absolutely love them. Like, who don't love this? Check this out. Just so sweet. But the one thing that kind of stinks is the way that I have them mounted is I have to put them up and down going in the garage, but all I got to do is just hit the down button once, and there they go. So when I got it back in the garage, that's all it is. So let's put them bad mama jambas up, and let's get up to the front and show you guys my new trolling motor that I got over there. This bad girl right here is a Minn Kota Ultrex 45-inch drive shaft, a 24 bolt 80-pound thrust. This thing is absolutely awesome. It's got spot lock. It doesn't have iPilot. I decided not to go for that because I don't really see a need for that. But anyway, it's got the iPilot, the whole freaking jazz. And I also have another remote very similar to my Raptor one that can control it. So if I'm in the back of the boat landing a fish for one of my buddies, need to put it on spot lock, gotta hit one button. It'll keep the boat exactly where it is. And the question that I get from a lot of folks is, why do I need the Raptors versus the Ultrex, and why do I need the Ultrex when I got the Raptors? The Raptors only go down to 8 foot. That's mainly for fishing up shallow docking. They're called shallow water anchor for a reason, right? And then I got my Minn Kota Ultrex. Majority is when you're going to spot lock. I don't know why one would need to spot lock when you're up shallow, because all that thrust spinning the drive shaft around, all that jazz would stir up a lot of sediment, make different wakes through the water, and scare those fish away that you're trying to target up shallow. So that's why I have the different, you need different tools for different jobs, right? So the Raptors are for shallow water. The Minn Kota Ultrex is for out fishing deeper water, you know, if you're out on Mille Lacs chasing the smallies out around rock piles, etc. But the Ultrex was a huge need for me. A lot of the bass boats, the new bass boats, come from the factory with them, and I thought I was a little bit behind the game, so I figured, what the heck, might as well throw an Ultrex on here. I will show you guys a little bit more of that when we get her out on the water. So I believe that covers everything. Once again, thank you to all the sponsors that had wanted to partner up with me in the wrap. I am super happy on the way that it had turned out. The guy who installed it, his name is Trent Fullimer. Sorry, Trent, if I butchered your last name. I tried my absolute best. Fullimer, something like that. Fullimer. Yeah, something like that. He is from TSG Graphics in Malacca, Minnesota. He does a bunch of bass boats. He does race cars. He does commercial vehicles, dump trucks, pickups, trailers, you name it. He'll put a frickin' sticker on it. And Mr. Dan Fabiano from Arsenal Fishing and Arsenal Customs. He did the designing for the wrap, so if you guys need anything designed from him, I will link him down below. I will link the Arsenal website as well as the Facebook page down below, so if you guys need anything that designed from him. He also does jerseys and printing and all that jazz. And then as well as Trent, I will link his Facebook page down below. Both of them guys were a huge benefit to have them do this wrap. Like I said, Trent is an absolute rock star when it comes on to putting on wraps, and Mr. Daniel Fabiano did a heck of a job designing it. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more b-roll of the whole wrap together, and then I am going to put the boat in the water, show you guys the Raptors in action, as well as the Ultrex being out on the river today. The Raptors might not work too much because the water's a little bit high, but for sure the Ultrex will. So tag along. I hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the video. Now let's go catch some frickin' smallmouth. Yeah! First bass of the season. Just a little guy. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna use my jeez. Just a little guy. Look at that, got a little white spot on him. Love myself some mama. Alright, later, bud. Flooded timbers. A little better one, too. Wait. He's not much bigger, but he is bigger. Dang bugs. Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. Alright guys, just got done doing a little bit of fishing. Only ended up with the 2 smallmouth and the 1 pike. So a little bit of a mixed bag here this evening, but mainly just came out here to show you guys the boat and the wrap, and if we ended up catching a couple fish, always a bonus. So as you can see, you probably can't see, but the river is extremely flooded right now. I'm sure you guys know if you're from Minnesota, it's about roughly 9 to 10 feet up is what I had gotten off my graphs. You know, when spots where it'd say it'd be 1 foot, you know, you're sitting in an 10 to 11 foot. So enough of that nonsense. Let's get into the goodies. So number 1 is my Minn Kota All-Trex. A lot of the times I will control it with my foot up here, you know, running up front, etc. But the main key reason of why I bought the All-Trex is, 1, obviously for the foot pedal, because a lot of us bass guys like running up front versus, yes, the Altera has a foot pedal similar to this one. The only difference is that one has the self-deploy, and I've heard horror stories of it either going down when you're going across the water in different styles of boat, and especially with bass boats, with the front being so light, it constantly the bow's constantly flapping up and down, you know, hitting waves, etc. So that's why I went with the All-Trex, and of course it's got all the bells and whistles on the foot pedal itself. You know, you got your constant, your spot lock, and then this little N with a plus symbol. I'm not exactly sure what that means, so if you guys know, drop down below. I'm still learning this thing, but so far it's been pretty sweet. I've had her out a couple times, and good little bonus for it is I can control it with the remote here, if I can figure out. There she goes. We're moving, folks. So I don't know, it's a good little bonus to have, and I can spot lock it from here and such. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm excited to use it this season, especially out in some rougher water when I need to stay on top of some fish. You know, fishing rock piles up on the lacs, or for out here, for an instance, when you're fighting currents. So that's enough on the All-Trex. If you guys got any questions, drop down below, and someone tell me what this this N with an arrow up means, because I don't know. Pointing north, does that? Oh, maybe that's what it means, is the motor will find north. Ah, I think that's what that means. I don't know. You guys drop a comment down below. So it's enough of the All-Trex now, and let's talk a little bit about the Raptors. Like I had said, when we still had the boat on the trailer, I decided to go with the active anchoring model of the Raptors here. I haven't really used them a whole lot other than docking. As far as shallow water fishing, I haven't been doing a whole lot of it. I haven't been fishing any docks. I haven't been fishing any pads, because 1, the pads aren't up, and 2, fish just aren't around docks right now. So I'm going to show you guys what they kind of look like down here in the water. So drop them down they go. We are currently in 34 feet, so they're not going to touch, but they will drop down, and when they are fully down, the bracket will tighten, or not tighten, pinch together and secure the bolt that way, and then just one hit of the button and up they come. So they are a super good tool to have on the boat, and I can't wait to use them when I'm working around docks and flipping pads and stuff. So there'll be definitely more videos to come. Later in the season, I am going to do a honest review of the Minn Kota Raptors, as well as the All-Trex, see what I think about them once I've used them for, you know, 4 or 5 months towards the end of the summer, maybe fall time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot of fish to be caught, but we did manage to catch a few. We got some big plans this year. So far, I am registered for 2 tournament series. It is a Sunday series in Minnesota around the metro, and then as well as a Saturday series up by Spooner, Wisconsin, by the permanent campsite on Webb Lake. So tag along, it's going to be fun, and I got some more series to come here and there I'll share with you guys here near in the future. Remember, please hit that subscribe button, and always keep chasing dream 1 fish at a time. That's all I got for you guys, and it's freaking awesome. Catch you guys later.